Hey guys, Alex once again, and this is a little topic I've been seeing going around for a couple days now with Nintendo and online. Now, I'm not gonna lie here. When Nintendo put out the Wii U, we all thought like, alright, Nintendo has a solid internet, thing called Nintendo Network, and, they're gonna make online really good. We're gonna have something similar to PlayStation 3 and somewhat similar to Xbox Live with chatting online through the Wii U mic, which is, I guess, it's pretty cool, and matchmaking, all that, and that's pretty much it. So we all thought, hey, maybe these games will come out with online capabilities, like the launch titles. Well, these launch titles, right here, let me just grab them, Nintendo Land and Mario 3D Land, which look reversed in the camera, they don't have online. Now, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. Now, with a game, say, Mario Brothers U, or New Super Mario Brothers U, you would expect there to be some type of online multiplayer because the Wii U is more capable of doing things like that. And when my friend Frankie and I heard about that, we were just like, because if this had online multiplayer, it wouldn't feel like the same fucking game we've gotten like 4 times in a row. New Super Mario Brothers Wii, New Super Mario Brothers, New Super Mario Brothers Wii, New Super Mario Brothers 2, and then this game right here. I didn't want the same game 4 times. I only got the original New Super Mario Brothers, and then the Wii one. I didn't get the second one on 3DS because I heard that one was just kind of garbage. So, online multiplayer would have really helped with this. I mean, look, it says Nintendo Network. That means it's able to go online, but that basically meant for, the Miiverse stuff and then New Super Luigi U. So it's kind of disappointing that it isn't online. That's just me, though. And then there's Nintendo Land. Now, this game really would have benefited from online. Yes, it has offline multiplayer, and that is just as fun. It really is hilarious to play some of the games on there. It's really fun to play the Zelda game and the Metroid game. That shit's awesome. But you can see like a bunch of Mii's running around in there. Some of those can be your friends, and you think, oh, maybe I can meet up with them and we can go play a game or something. No, you can't. They're just there just to be there. So, this game has Nintendo Network, but it's only for the Miiverse. Nintendo likes to focus on the Miiverse a lot, don't you notice? A lot of their first-party games are focusing on the Miiverse more than the actual online experience, and it's disappointing. So, there is a game on the Wii U that I do like the multiplayer on, and it has online. Ninja Gaiden 3, Razor's Edge. My friend Frankie and I on Skype, we play this shit. Well, we don't play a lot right now, but when we play it, it's pretty damn fun. We should probably be playing this a little bit more. But this is a good online multiplayer game. It goes up to 2 to 8 people online. That's good. Now, of course, you got your other third-party games like Call of Duty Black Ops 2, which I have on PlayStation 3. I'm not going to get on Wii U. It has multiplayer, so yay, I guess. So, let me get to another topic about online gaming. There are a lot of people that are really ticked off that the new Mario 3D game on the Wii U does not have online multiplayer. Now, at first you may think, well, who cares? It's a 3D Mario game. But then you notice it has 4-player co-op, kind of like Mario Brothers Wii, except you can play as Mario, Luigi, Toad, and Peach. Basically, it's Super Mario Brothers 2 3D World, whatever. That's basically what it is, from the NES days, or from the NES game, SNES remake, to now. So you may think, well, what's the big deal? Well, most things today are done through online, at least what I'm seeing. And not all of us can get 4 people, like, I can't get 3 people together most of the time just to sit down and play Mario 3D World or whatever when it comes out. It's not as easy sometimes. Sometimes they're in different areas, or they're just very far away, or you just can't hang out all the time anymore because, we're getting older and stuff. We're not little youngins anymore. Well, I just turned 18, so I can't really be saying that yet. Give another 6-7 years, but whatever. But you may be thinking, what's the big deal? Why is it such a bad thing that there's no online multiplayer? Well, it's because not a lot of people can get in contact with each other in real life, but there's people on Skype you can talk to, you can meet people on YouTube you want to play with them online, or Facebook, or whatever the hell you use, and that could help a lot. It'd be pretty fun. I mean, I'm not saying it's fun just sitting next to someone playing a game. When I have someone over, no, we play. We know what we fucking play. We play fucking Mario Party on the N64. Now that is some fun shit. Anyway, so it doesn't have online multiplayer. I didn't think much of it, but now I think a lot about it. It's like, oh, well, that sucks, but it doesn't mean I'm not gonna get the game. So, is it necessary for the game to have online? No, it's not. But would it help if it did? Actually, yes, it would, actually. Because, you know, it makes a different experience every time, depending on the person playing it. So, and then let's speak of online games real quick. Let's see. Why is the floor creaking? Alright. Let's take a game from the Dreamcast era that has online gameplay and it's focused around it. Phantasy Star Online. Now, that game has online, offline. Now, Sega was pretty smart about this, that they didn't do what Microsoft was planning to do with the Xbox One, is having it online only. So, people aren't complaining that the Phantasy Star 1 servers or version 2 servers are down. I mean, yeah, it'd be nice to go on there, but, you know, they at least have the offline play for you, so that's pretty cool. I mean, you still can get online with the Dreamcast with private servers, but, you know, I don't see many people complain that game is offline now, that you can't go online mainstream. So, why complain this? Yeah, it's a HD system that has online capabilities, but once again, it doesn't need multiplayer. Now, another thing that really pisses me off about multiplayer is that companies don't focus on the single player enough, or the little Call of Duty frag heads, you know, 10, 12-year-olds on PlayStation and Xbox, especially Xbox. They get, let's take Black Ops 2 for example. Don't fall over. They take the game, they open it, put the game in, right in there, and they just jump to the multiplayer, or zombies, or if you play Modern Shitware 3, or whatever the modded Fuckfair 3, you just go to the multiplayer or survival. They usually ignore the story, because that's basically what they do. The companies know, for the most part, that make Call of Duty, they aren't going to focus too much on the campaign, because most people go to the multiplayer, or whatever other mode there is with it. So, thanks to games like Call of Duty, the single-player genre is just kind of there as a side thing now, as where the multiplayer should be a side thing. So, Call of Duty, thanks, you fuckers. You made multiplayer the main aspect to most games now. So, what the fuck? So, let's take a game made by our friends at Naughty Dog that has a strong and, like, a fucking good single-player campaign, but they know how to balance out the multiplayer. That's The Last of Us. I'm not going to tell you anything about the story, but all I can say is it's amazing. And I wish more single-player games were like this. They focus a hell of a lot more on the story. And then as a multiplayer, they focus it on a side thing. And, I mean, they make it pretty good, as in, like, you can play and have a hell of a time playing with your friends, but it's not the main focus, which is nice. That's why we need more companies like Naughty Dog taking the single player, making it the main priority, and then taking the multiplayer, or whatever they're going to do with it, make it the side thing. So, what the fuck? And then, there's games like this. You may understand this part. Games like Battlefield 3. Alright. Yeah, this has online. The story mode, I hate it. It's nothing interesting. And the multiplayer is the main thing of the game. Now, this is another category of multiplayer I'm going to go into. Multiplayer where you can't play offline split screen. Some people may say, well, that's not a big deal. I play online more than I do with friends in real life. But when the game goes offline, when PlayStation 3 servers go down, this game's multiplayer will be completely useless to you. It will. You cannot play online unless you're connected to the internet, and there's no split screen whatsoever. Yeah, it sure says one player, but then there's network players 2 to 24. That's going to be bad in the future. So, games like that, they're not worth getting just for the multiplayer. And another game, let's see, right, where is it? Right here. Come on, give it to me. A game like this, Mag for the PS3. Alright. On the front of the cover, only on PlayStation, of course, multiplayer online only. Why would you make a game It has online multiplayer only, and it has no split screen. So that makes no sense. When this game goes offline, it's completely useless, and it's probably going to cost $1, maybe less, in the bargain bin, because this is good. It's just going to be fucking paperweight. There'll be no use for this game. I mean, yeah, it looks cool, but when it goes offline, it's completely useless. And this game is kind of shit anyway. I thought it'd be pretty fun, but you know, I try to go online. It has 64 to 256 network players. That's pretty cool, but getting into a game takes like 5 to 10 minutes sometimes, and the matches only last for like 20 minutes or 30 minutes. Then it's not a good game. We don't get it. So, yeah, multiplayer. It's kind of a weird, you know, topic. You got games that should have online multiplayer, but they have split screen multiplayer. Then there's games that have only online multiplayer, but don't have split screen multiplayer. And then you have games that focus on the story more than the multiplayer, which is probably the best thing I should see. Then you got games like Call of Duty that focus more on the multiplayer aspect than less than the campaign aspect or story aspect, whatever you want to call it. So, from, let's say on Nintendo side, we're probably going to see a first-party title that's really online until Super Smash Bros. 4. That's probably going to be a fact about that. I mean, one thing that doesn't make sense to me is they have games on the 3DS that have online when they probably shouldn't. I mean, they do. I'm not saying they shouldn't, but it doesn't feel like they should have had it in the first place. Like Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon. It has online, but it's mostly a story-based game. Okay. What the fuck? Oh well. That'd be a different topic for a different time. But anyway, that's about it. I mean, tell me what you think about multiplayer below. I mean, I imagine there's going to be Call of Duty faggots are going to be like, disliking the video as much as they can, saying, online is best for games. If it doesn't have online, it's a bad game. Alright, let me just, before you go flaming at me, let me think of take a few games out that are amazing without multiplayer. Let's see. Let's see. There's that one. Oh, there's that one, definitely. Anything else? Oh, this game, of course. And alright. I found 5 games for the PS3 that are good without offline, without multiplayer. Sonic Generations. Great offline game. Or lack of multiplayer game. God of War 3. Amazing game without multiplayer. Ni no Kuni, Wrath of the White Witch. An amazing game without multiplayer. I don't know if this is cheating or not, because these are just PS2 games, but the Ratchet & Clank collection without, well, alright, the third game has online, but let's just, if we take the third game out, which is Up Your Arsenal, the first 2 games, great without multiplayer. Batman Arkham City. Amazing game. One of the best games I've played. No multiplayer. So there we go. Anyway, that's all I gotta say. I'm Alex, and, well, tell me what you think below about multiplayer, like I said before. Anyway, I'm Alex. See ya.